takers. If we don't take risk, we don't make money.
Raise 100 more.
In my 7 years reporting for the Wall Street Journal, countless traders and investors have brought up the game of poker, telling me that the game has actually taught them a lot about investing. One of the biggest and most successful trading firms out there, Susquehanna International Group, actually uses the game to train its traders.
So you're getting pushed around now.
It's a big ball, yeah, I know.
So this year, I decided to learn the game and invited Susquehanna executive Todd Simkin.
Thanks for having us. Likewise.
And Jeremy Ween, founder of Moo Point Capital Management and a longtime poker player.
Jeremy Ween is your champion.
To the Wall Street Journal studios to play a game of no-limit Texas Hold'em. The only thing at stake was our pride. So let's get started. Susquehanna uses poker to train its traders. Tell me a little bit about that.
There are a lot of parallels between poker and trading. There's the difference between making the right decision and having the right outcome. So even if you made the right decision, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you make the wrong decision and win. Both happen at the poker table and in trading. You have to get comfortable with the variance in your outcomes.
Poker has helped you think about risk and how much risk to take in certain positions when you're trading.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, poker came first for me. It taught me patience because I was not a patient child, and risk management. The very first hand of poker that I ever played, in No Limit in college, I had pocket twos, which is, I was like, oh my God, I got a pair. I thought that was so good.
When we perceive ourselves as being in the losses, we are.
Learn or master trading or go broke gambling. Most people gamble in the markets and wonder why they go broke. Today, I'm going to show you why learning trading is the only path to survive, profit, and build discipline. If you value your time at all, hit that subscribe button, smash the like, and turn on the bell because what I'm about to share could save you years of mistakes. You understand? So let's get into it. Clicking buy or sell does not make you a trader. If you don't have a plan, you're gambling. And gamblers always end up broke. A gambler says, I feel like it's going up. A trader says, if this level breaks, I'll risk 1% to make 3%. One is chaos and the other one is control. Listen, guys, the market is an auction. All right. It moves money from the undisciplined to the disciplined, from the unpatient to the patient. And that's why I built the Unique Trading Group. So you're surrounded by traders building discipline, not gamblers chasing losses. All right. There's a free version and a paid version of my group. Those links are down in the description. Get inside, get involved because environment really, really does matter. You understand? So we're going to talk about risk management first and foremost. All right. Risk management secrets. Okay. Risk management is survival, period. Okay. The 1% rule means you never risk more than 1% of your account a trade. Okay. Why? Because even if you're wrong half of the time, you live to fight another day. The people blowing accounts aren't losing because they're dumb. They're losing because they don't cap their risk. Think about it. All right. Somebody had $1,000 and they wanted to trade, whether they're new or intermediate, they've been trading for a while. They see a hunch, a trading alert or something, right? They don't have an established plan, but they have $1,000 that they want to spend. And they just go right on in on that trade, whether that's SPY or Tesla or Amazon, right? They go and buy and they risk the entire $1,000 at one time instead of planning out the money, right? Or positioning small pieces, small chunks out of $1,000 at a time, you're right? Formulating a plan and not going all the way in, because if they lose and it goes against them really good, really bad, it could wipe out their entire account. And that's why risk management is important. Now, in our Discord, I share trade reviews where members see exactly how size position works, all right? Where I cut my losses, how I avoid emotional over leverage, all right? That's how you stop gambling and start trading, okay? The next segue I want to talk about is scalpers versus swing traders. That's right, scalpers versus swing traders. Let's talk about scalpers versus swing traders. Scalpers want quick, small wins, all right? All right, quick, small wins. Swing traders, they want the big moves, right? Over days, over months. They both work, but if you respect the rules, that's what matters. The danger is when you scalp, but you hold like a swinger out of fear. That's not a strategy, that's gambling. And in the group, we've got scalpers, we got swingers, posting charts every day just about. And what you'll notice is that they both win when they stick to their playbook, to their game plan. The problem isn't the strategy, though. The problem is discipline. And that's what we've sharpened inside of the community, right? And I want you guys to understand that. This brings me to another segue, right? Strategy plus mindset equals income, all right? Strategy plus mindset equals income. You know, it's very interesting to see these moves you see, you know, from SPY and Tesla, Bitcoin, IBIT, Open Door. All right. A lot of stocks are moving in our favor, right? You can pretty much say that the game is on easy mode. And I'm going to show you some of these charts. But we want to focus, all right? We want to focus on what really matters here. And it's people go broke gambling. And you don't have to go broke gambling when you understand risk management. And when you understand that you do not have to be right every trade. All right, it's about executing the trade, protecting your risk, making sure you know where you want to get out at. All right, where at on this chart when I enter into a position, where at on this chart gives me the pain to take out my account. If you risk $100 to take a trade, are you comfortable with losing $10 of that, $20 of that, $30 of that? You need to establish that and find out where on the chart, right? Where on the chart where you actually see that number. Now, that's a different conversation, like a premium chart showing you how much you risk. But for instance, if you're trading options, all right, listen up, listen in. If you're trading options on SPY, the chart you see in front of you, and you wanted to buy, let's say we were taking a trade here at this higher low at 651. If you wanted to buy a 657 call because you felt like we were going to retrace back to this white trend line, this midway point, the same way we did here, and you assume we were going to do the same thing here, right? And you assess the appropriate risk, okay? You would go buy 657 calls inside of what they call the option chain. The option chain has strikes, expiration dates, and different financial metrics telling you what strikes like these numbers have the most bang for their buck. And so if you see 657, for example, in the option chain, which you don't see now, you see a chart, but that 657, for example, costs $100. So if you spend $100 and you only want to risk 25, you would put your stop at 85. You understand? A 25-point loss. That's what that means. So strategy plus mindset equals income. You understand? Strategy equals your system, your rules. Mindset equals sticking to them under stress. Let me repeat that. Strategy equals your system and rules. Mindset equals sticking to them under stress. Most traders have strategies. They fail because they can't stick to them. That's why I say discipline turns strategy into income. Okay, guys? That's why the slogan is there. That's what makes this group unique. Trading is very unique. This is where strategy meets mindset and discipline turns into income. All right. And if you want accountability, if you want other traders checking your discipline, that's exactly why you need to be inside the unique trading group, because iron sharpens iron. You understand? Now, here's the matrix twist, all right? Here's the liquidity trap twist part segue that I want you to understand. And we're going to use the culprit Tesla to really explain how you can turn your discipline into income, all right? Your patience, right? Because it's about timing. And having somebody who can coach and guide you over years, who can prepare you, the sentiment, things you can't see on a chart, all right? Even if I'm the greatest trader, me, Coach UV, right? It doesn't matter what I'm able to do. It matters what you're able to do, all right? You don't need to mimic what I do. You need to study someone who's passionate and giving you predictions and receipts and proof of concept, which I've done many, many times before. And you practice and you paper trade and you find out what works for you. Are you a person who likes these big swings, or you like slow movements? You need to know the stocks that give you those movements and the stocks that are more stable. That's very important itself. You understand? Now, matrix twist, liquidity traps, Tesla. Imagine this and look at this chart as I'm talking. All right, the market is designed to trap you. Stops are liquidity. The market spikes through obvious highs and lows to grab these stops, then reverses. That's why you see fake breakouts, sharp wicks, and fast reversals. The herd gets trapped. Smart traders ride the reversal. If you don't know how to see this, just mark equal highs and lows on the chart. Okay? All right? Mark equal highs on a low. and the high, right? Here's the high, okay, for example, okay? And here's the lowest of the low, okay? We at the top of that range, okay? You can play those ranges the same way somebody else is, okay? We might have more momentum to the upside because this is a bull flag measured move, okay? A bull flag measured move. That's what this is, okay? Right now it's a flag. Tesla could go a little bit higher, okay? All right, it wants 400, okay? This move could possibly be here. I just wanted you guys to see that, all right? So, again, mark your equal highs and your lows on the chart, all right? And then you want to wait for price to break them fast. Then watch if it rejects back, all right? That rejection is where traders get trapped. And that's your signal, all right? We go deep in this inside the group. Members post these setups every day. And when you see it in real time, you'll never look at charts the same again. Shout out to one of my members, Leslie, who says she cannot ignore a simple elementary alphabet that shows up on the chart that allows her to get an entry, exit, and print money. You understand? Now, what are we talking about these liquidity traps? Let's move the chart over to revisit, okay? Now, this is the Tesla chart, okay? I want to move over here, okay? Now, right in front of you, these are old, markups that I had, but you do see the price, all right? You see the price, okay? See the price, okay? Now, picture this. We have somebody who wants to buy to the upside and somebody who wants to go to the downside. Obviously, price goes down, price goes up, right? But how come traders lose? How come they keep trading and gambling and going broke? Why is that? Like, just think about that. The price is going up and the price is going down. It's going both ways all the time. Why is this a hard thing, okay? Now, I want to segue into that because these traps come right here at previous demand zones where we left at before. And there's somebody that does not understand that sees these red candles and they try to short the market. That's right, short the market. That means sell to the downside. Yes, if this is your first time listening or understanding this or hearing this, yes, you can make money on a stock in the stock market when it falls down. It's called a put option, or you can short sell it. All right, do your research because I am not a financial advisor. I'm only a mentor and coach. And this video is designed to help you change your mindset. All right, why traders go broke. You must learn or master trading or you're going to go broke gambling. The traps lie here when you don't understand that someone's taking profit and someone's looking at previous demand levels and they are hitting the bid, oversold, and we are curling up and we get these momentum spikes. See this? Like an ATM sound. Do it with me. You ready, guys? Right? Look at that, right? Same thing happened here. Okay, we broke over this flag, right? On Tesla today, this happened today. See that? These moves really, really matter. Okay, now, expert section, all right? I want you guys to understand position sizing, all right? We're going to talk about position sizing. And right here in front of you is Bitcoin. Okay, we have Bitcoin. All right, so I want you to notice what most people are really not going to recognize. All right, here's what most people blow up their accounts. All right, position sizing. They don't understand position sizing. All right, now looking at the Bitcoin chart, let's think about this. Excuse me. There's a guy named Mike Bellafiore, right? He wrote a book called One Good Trade. He calls it it's called your risk thermostat. All right, if your stop is 10 pips. All right, I'm going to use Forex talk. Right, if your stop is 10 pips, okay, and you're risking $100, your position size is $10 per pip, period. Your size equals account risk per trade divided by stop size. Again, size equals account risk per trade divided by stop size. That's the formula. All right, play this back if you didn't catch that. It's boring, it's math, it's also the single best difference between gamblers and professionals. All right, and inside the Discord, I review real examples so you can see how I apply this live. You understand how to apply this live? Okay, if you're risking an amount of money here, right? If you're risking amount of money here and you know how much money you have to risk here, all right, you know that right here is the best risk to reward from this swing. And you know where you want to risk at, right? Which will be where? Here, right? The best risk to reward for your account. If it's a small account, you're risking small size. and making money off of the bigger move as opposed to buying here, and what happens? Chase, and the market falls. And then they let go of their calls or their buy positions, and the market goes in the opposite direction. That's the game you don't see. It's designed to trap you. It's designed to mirror your personal reflection and what you're doing. Remember that the market cannot do anything unless you click the button. You understand? So listen, if this is clicking with you, period, at all, right? If you found some sort of recognition, some sort of aha moment in this, that's exactly what I wanted this to do for you. Okay, if it's clicking, then you already know that you need more than just a YouTube video. You need a system, you need accountability, you need a group. That's why I built the Unique Trading Group Discord, where you've got 2 levels, all right? A free group, all right? Mindset gems, community, and trading basics. You got a paid group, live reviews, trade breakdowns, risk management, deep dives, and access to my systems for just $25 a month. You also get access to my ebook for free, Becoming a Tier 2. All right, that book has helped a lot of people in the past. Come see the proof inside of the Discord. Come join the community. All right, we are here for you. Now, that $25 a month, that's the cost of one bad trade. But it can save you thousands in mistakes. All right, the link's in the description. I want you to join today. Now, all right, listen, this is the Unique Trading Group, where strategy meets mindset and discipline turns into income. You got value from this, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit that bell so that you don't miss the next one just like this. Drop your biggest takeaway in the comments below about this video, because when you write it down, you lock it in. All right, I want to say thank you for your time. It was very valuable, and that's why you came here. All right, now I want you to go apply this knowledge that I gave you. I want you to stay disciplined, keep building. I want you to grow together, because that's what's really important, guys. Trading does not have to be difficult. All right, trading can be a well-structured plan. It can be, guys. It can be a well-structured plan. Think about it. If you understand the contents of the market, you know where we are. All right, look at this chart right in front of you on Tesla. All right, last minute drop. So I want you guys to understand this before I end this video. Look at this. Look at these moves today. Okay, we went from 348 to 396 at a high. All right, from September 10th to September 12th, 2 days. All right, that's a lot of money movement for you to get in position and to be ready and to make money. All right, I called this move out. I call this move out inside of my Discord group because I care. I'm passionate. That's what I get paid to do. I get paid to give people information that makes them money. You understand? I want you to see that, all right? Even if you didn't trade Tesla, if it's too volatile for you, you could trade something like a SPY or a TSLL. Look at these moves. Same moves that I gave away. Stressing to buy that lower high when everybody was worried about CPI and PPI. This is what I gave you, all right? To use fear to your advantage. That's what really matters at the end of the day. Using fear to your advantage. So again, this video is a pathway for you, a beginner's guide for you to learn what it really takes when it comes to trading, for you to stop trading blind without a plan, just clicking a button. You will go broke gambling that way. So you need to learn and you need to master trading, or you're gonna go broke. All right, and that's what we're here for. So appreciate you guys' time. Thanks for listening. All right. Make sure to check out the discipline files over the weekend. If you haven't, check out the beginner section. And I do have some commentary for those who want to go deeper and dive deeper, who take trading more serious. All right. You guys stay blessed out there. And always remember that it's about the process and not the profits. Remember who brung you live. Market squeezes that prints money ahead of time. Until the next time, guys. Peace.